Hello everyone. So I'm trying something different today. It's a bit dark in here. I'm in my car as usual, but what I'm using instead is my laptop. My new laptop camera on OBS Studios. I'm just gonna see how this looks and sounds in the finish. But I do have a tip for you today for the Truther tip series I do for the patrons only. And today's tip is probably good for newbies, people who are kind of just got into the conspiracy culture and don't really know much about it yet. They're still treading on in shallow grounds, I suppose, or shallow waters, and they have yet to start getting into the deep stuff. And I suppose this one is just to help you along the way, not be knocked off course. So this piece of advice is basically conspiracy fads come and go. So while you're doing your research, doing your thing, you will come across kind of waves, moments in the conspiracy truth and world that you start swimming in that kind of sweep a lot of people up and take them along with it. And these are usually about one specific topic or a subgenre of a specific topic will suddenly rise up into the forefront and it'll be the only thing anyone's talking about. And you will just get swept along with it for maybe a month or two. And then just as quickly as that topic came about, you'll find it kind of drifts into obscurity and people just stop talking about it. Although at the time when that thing comes out, it seems like the most important thing in the truther conspiracy world that's ever existed ever. Okay, so if I can think of a few examples in the past where I saw this happen. Some are bigger than others and had more legs than others, but they still eventually drifted into obscurity. So if you're watching my normal YouTube channel, then you'll know I do a series called Remember. And it's basically Remember X topic, whatever that was. Because these are topics that kind of just disappeared out of people's talking points. No one talks about them anymore because they've moved on to the next thing. But they're still pretty valid things that need to be remembered and discussed. But some of them, though, are still taken seriously and discussed. Some of them were they were fun while they lasted, weren't really that important, so kind of got left to the wayside as time went on. So a good example of this was there was a moment for about a month or two where everyone was obsessing over a video called "There Are No Forests on Flat Earth." Okay, and people were blown away by this guy's hour-long video project research. And it was quite well presented, which was about that all the trees on the earth are basically new. They're no, they're no more than 200 years old. And all the old trees that should be here, because the earth is supposedly, at least 6,000 years old, if you want to go off the biblical perspective, or even older, there should be huge giant trees everywhere. But they're not. Where are they? Where are these trees? And I think I'm going to make a video about this for the Remember series because it's something we need to kind of remember. But he basically then purported that, things like mesas, tabletop mountains that look like they have a flat surface and then a big drops on either side, these are the stumps and remnants of giant trees that we used to have. And he hypothesizes that it was silicon-based life forms, and back during a time where there was more oxygen in the air and the Earth's atmosphere was very different. And these silicon-based trees are gone. They've been cut down, removed by something in the past. We don't know what. Some kind of huge machinery or something with these incredible capabilities to fell these enormous trees that would have literally touched the sky as we know it today. They would have been with the clouds and more so. They were truly enormous. Um, and all sorts of speculation go on from there. He goes on to talk about petrified forests today and how wood will eventually turn to stone if left long enough, and we see evidence of that in the mountains and the rocks everywhere. And mountains are simply just giant tree stumps, essentially, and some of them are the remainders of huge quarries that were dug out and things like that, just leftover dirt, piles of dirt that have turned to stone over the years. He goes on to talk about the shape of things like Giant's Causeway, but the point isn't that topic. The point is, people were going nuts about it for about a month, and then they forgot about it and then moved on. Um, And you just got to be prepared for that. When a new topic comes along, you got to think, is this actually something that will stick around for a while? And if something pops up that seems amazing and like this is the greatest truth ever revealed ever, be careful not to get too swamped down in it because you'll end up losing focus on the bigger picture. You become hyper focused on the one thing. I found a lot of people from that movement probably went more into the Tartaria stuff when that started to pop up out of nowhere randomly. In a way, the Tartarian stuff seems kind of faddish from what I'm seeing. It had a lot of legs. It went for a while. It managed to run for a long time, but I do think it's dissipating a little bit now, and people are having second thoughts about what was really going on there. A lot of the Gnostics are confused about the purpose of this kingdom and who it was truly about, and they had the millennial reign people as well, and it's turned into a factioned kind of subject. You'll find other subjects like the Mandela effect was huge for about 2 years and then just dissipated into obscurity and people don't talk about it anymore, You'll find around 2012 crop circles were a big deal and now they're not anymore. No one talks about them. They're kind of gone and don't really happen anymore either. And the only reason I say be wary of these truther fads that come and go is that they are a good distraction away from the bigger picture of control and the truth of, it's all about God and Jesus at the end of the day. That's the truth. That's the only real truth that matters because we can't really know much more than that because everything is so seeped in lies and is messed up. I was talking in the Telegram chat with a lot of people about this, and we're basically, I do seem to think that that's probably why it was said so blatantly. I am the truth, the light and the way. That's all you need to know. Like basically, it was kind of hammered home in the New Testament. Like the only thing you need to know is that Jesus Christ is the truth, the only real truth in this world. Okay, I think the point he was trying to make there is the world is full of lies and you will not be able to figure it out on your own anymore. It's like, don't lean on your own understanding for that reason because it's all tainted now. All information is tainted. The only thing that you can know for sure is true through trial and error and testing it for yourself and communicating with him is that Jesus and God is real, and he's saved us basically. And that's all you can really lean on. That's all you've got because all of our information is corrupt. Our history is a lie, all that kind of stuff. You can't really know much else other than the one truth. Um, but again, these fads they come and go, and I do feel like they do take people off track in their research quite a lot because they end up becoming hyper focused on this new thing and maybe lose a train of thought they previously had, which was perhaps more important. Um, you just gotta be careful when a new topic arrives, especially when it comes to the end of the world stuff. If some new things come up where they say, "I know when the end's gonna happen," don't believe it for a second. Don't believe that kind of stuff. They come up every year or so. There's always one somewhere for someone to follow or a group of people to follow, when they're certain they know that the end of the world is about to happen. Don't fall for any of that nonsense, especially. But yeah, conspiracy fads. You know what it's like when you're a kid, the latest toy that everyone must have and must be playing with. If you're not playing with that toy, then or have that particular gadget that everyone's on about, or doing that current trend that everyone's doing, then you're weird. You're the weird one. But it's fickle. And we have our same thing in the truther culture. If you're a truther channel and you're not talking about the current thing, then you're not really a truther type of stuff. But these things, these topics do just come and go. And I do like it. I worry because a lot of people get sucked into it so hard that they end up becoming all about that one thing and never leave it. And become die-hard kind of militant about that topic. And anybody who doesn't talk about that specific topic is suddenly a shill of some kind, some kind of um an agent who's trying to hide the truth, the ultimate one truth from everybody. This particular subgenre, obscure topic niche thing within another niche thing. If you're not talking about this, then are you even a truther? Are you even a real theorist? Are you even looking type of thing? I don't think it's sorry, I'm gonna fly next to me, maybe jump. Yeah, but I don't think it's something to get too bogged down about, which a lot of people can easily fall into, especially if you're new to all this stuff. If you're new to all this stuff and you just want to know the truth, then you end up easily kind of swept along with things because you're still trying to find the truth. You got a long way to go yet, you know. And you can end up believing all these different truths as the ultimate truth along your journey along the way. And that's kind of okay. It's a part of the process. It's all a part of the process at the end of the day. But just be aware of it before you fall into these traps, you know, and test the spirits behind things. And if something seems really, really amazing and like this, wow, this is the one truth, you know, that I'm gonna make everything all about. Just think like bigger picture. Remember, there's a bigger picture, and all you found really is one piece to a 5,000 piece puzzle. And that's why you shouldn't dwell too much on it as the ultimate importance. I guess that's what I'm saying. So yeah, you will see this, and veteran truthers have seen it themselves. You know, there are conspiracy fads that will come and go along your way. But there's always these core underlying truths that you need to learn really. Um, and the trivial stuff you can let go. These random fads you can pay attention to, humor about, and ponder and add them to your puzzle. But don't dwell on them for too long. The bigger picture stuff is, you know, it's all about it's a war for your soul, basically. It's a spiritual war, you know, and it's against the agents of Lucifer, you know, and the demons and his legions, and he's having his moment in an attempt to control us, you know. And then there's the light and the truth, which is Jesus, which we all need to follow and understand. Is that's where everything leads. That's what all this is about. That's what the whole conspiracy is really for. It's to make sure as many people as possible war against God and don't follow or get saved or find the way, you know. Um, or it's just any attempt the other side can make to hold on to their power for as long as they can, you know, because I do believe in the end everybody will see. And everybody will know the truth in the end. It'll become pretty undeniable by the things that they're going to witness. You know, it'll be an undeniable truth by the end. Um, but the thing is, there's a lot of these Gnostic thinkers out there and these hermetical alchemical thinkers out there who will tell you that they have this knowledge which will help you save yourself type of thing, and that's where the deception truly lies. You can't save yourself through just knowing enough stuff. You can't save yourself from thinking yourself to be a god among men because of the stuff you understand that others don't. You have to humble yourself and say, I don't know, and ask for help from God. That's what it all comes down to. But a lot of these fads do come under this type of stuff. I think homunculi were a really popular fad very recently. That's come and gone quickly, you know. But these are Gnostic topics that keep you hooked um, within a bit of truth mixed with a lie, you know. Um, no, a big lie mixed with a bit of truth, usually, to be honest, just to keep you kind of chugging along. Um, yeah, there's a lot of deception out there. I think the next one is going to be about that. Well, it's basically titled "Not All Truth or Topics Are to Be Trusted," basically. But for this topic now, I think I'll summarize it there quite well. You know, I think I'll leave it there. But it's conspiracy fads come and go. Focus on the main things, you know, but take all these things with a pinch of salt as they come, and take what's useful, leave what's not. And so it's for the new people out there, if you're wondering. But I'll leave that message there. Thanks for listening, guys, and as always, God bless.